Hey guys, this is Megan from meganplus5.com, and today I want to show you how to make this really cute St. Patrick's Day rag wreath. You're going to need a wire wreath form, which you can find at the Dollar Tree, and you'll also need some fabric. And I'm using 5 of these fat quarters that I got from Walmart, and I'm also using some other fabric that I already had on hand. One of the things that makes rag wreaths really unique is that they are supposed to look frayed and kind of unkept looking, if you will. So how to obtain that is you want to unfold your fabric first of all, and then second of all you want to cut little slits in them that are about like 1 inch to 1 1/3 inches wide or so, and then you want to rip the fabric so that the edges of it frays. And you want to do this step with all of your fabric. And once you have all of your fabric ripped into those strips, you're going to take those strips and you're going to cut them into about like 3, maybe 4-inch sections, depending on how long your strips are. So again, this is supposed to look kind of messy, but if you are a perfectionist, you can break out the ruler and measure out all the strips and make sure they're all even. I am not a perfectionist, so having them a little uneven like this does not bother me one bit. Now once you have all of your little pieces cut, you can start tying them onto your wire wreath form. Now this is super simple. You literally just take a piece of the fabric that you have and just tie it in one single knot, and you just keep repeating that process until your wreath is full. Now this one that I'm doing here, it doesn't have any kind of pattern, so I'm just randomly picking up the different fabric pieces and tying them on wherever. Now I'm not gonna lie, this does take a little while to accomplish. I think I took like 45 minutes tying these things on here. And at the end, my oldest daughter came downstairs and asked if she could help me tie. And I was like, oh goodness, thank you. Because many hands make light work. So if you have little people at home, they would probably enjoy helping you tie these on as well. Now once you're all done tying them on, you just want to flip the wreath over, and you want to poke all of the ones that the long pieces are sticking out of the back. You want to just poke them through and push them to the front. And this definitely doesn't have to be perfect. Just flip it over when you're done and then fluff your wreath out with your hands. So I wanted to add a cute little welcome sign to the front of this wreath just to kind of spruce it up a little bit. But honestly, I make signs for a living and I didn't want to put a whole ton of work into making this sign for myself. So I kind of took the easy way out. I just used a scrap piece of wood that I had left over from another project in the garage, and I painted it with 2 coats of white paint. So after I was done painting, I set it off to the side to let it dry, and then I used my Cricut and I cut out this welcome decal on ORACAL 651 vinyl. So this is just a really simple cut file, but I will leave a link to it so that you can get into my free resource library, and so that you can download this to use with your Cricut if you want to. So after my wood sign was totally dry, then I applied my vinyl decal to it. So if you're if you're painting something and you're gonna apply vinyl to it, or you're gonna apply a stencil to it, it has to be completely dry. Otherwise the stencil material or vinyl material will not stick to it. And then once I had it where I wanted it, I just rolled the transfer tape off. And I picked up these little shamrocks from Dollar Tree, and I just cut around the edge of one of them so that when I placed 2 of them on top of one another, you would be able to see the bottom one show through. And then I just used my hot glue gun and glued them together, and then I used my hot glue gun again and glued it to the actual sign itself. And then I just went back through with my hot glue gun and tacked down any place that I thought that wasn't super secure. Okay, so to secure it to my wreath, I just used this silver wire that I had on hand. I have no idea where I got this. I'm sure my husband gave it to me because he didn't need it anymore, but as far as where it came from or what kind it is, I have no idea, so I can't tell you guys what kind to use. But I will say that using the softer wire made it really easy to attach the wood sign to the wreath. I tried to use my baler's wire that I had. It's really rusty and rustic looking and I love it. But it was just too stiff to use to attach the sign to the wreath. So I kind of X'd that and I used the softer wire instead. And then my hanger, I'm just using a scrap piece of burlap that I had with all of my fabrics from a previous project. And I wasn't super proud of the knot, so I wanted to hide it. So I just took that same soft wire and I threaded it through the front and tacked the knot down in the back with it so that it wouldn't move. So I know there are lots of ways to make these fun little rag wreaths, and this is just kind of my own way that I make mine. So I really hope that you enjoyed this and that you took something away that will help you make yours in the future. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you're notified anytime that I post another crafty video. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and don't forget to visit meganplus5.com for even more crafty and frugal mommy tips. Bye.